Hey guys, welcome back. This is attempt number 2 for us now.
Number 2.
Yeah, we are doing this reaction video no matter what. We're doing it. So this is attempt number 2. We'll see how many more we have to do. Who knows? Maybe
hopefully we don't get halfway through like the first time.
Maybe I'll be the only one watching this. I don't know. But we are going to do something a little different today. I have not seen anybody else do a reaction of. I could be wrong. Maybe it's out there, but I haven't personally seen it.
Yep.
The people that I follow, I haven't seen it on. But we are going to be checking out somebody called Isaac Butterfield, or Isaac, however you want to say it. It's an Australian accent thing.
Meet you. Chelsea, mate. How you going, mate? Yeah, good to have you down here. Yeah, fine, everything all right? Bit of a day for it, a couple of days.
He is a comedian. He's generally a not very liked comedian because of his political views, but we're not here for that. We're here for his ghost hunts, which are honestly they're not faked.
He does them because he is quite the skeptic and kind of makes fun of everybody doing all the crazy things, but he's like interested
he's a skeptic.
And it intrigues him. So he decided to just go do it.
So he does maybe 1 or 2 a year for the last couple of years, few years. And we've pretty much seen them all, but there is one that we haven't seen that we're about to watch. I mean, to be fair and be honest with you guys, we've seen half of it now. But we're going to watch it fresh in the brain and in the hearts, and we're going to watch it with you.
That's right.
Because we love you. Especially if you join our Patreon, we really love you, but we love you nonetheless.
Anyways, so we are very excited for this investigation. This isn't the normal YouTube ghost investigation. This is very, like, he's funny. He's funny when he does it because he's a comedian and he just has a sense of humor. He has his lovely wife with him most of the time. Very
lovely wife.
And we love them both.
Well, I like his reactions to these kinds of videos when he does them too, because he's like a 6'7" ex-rugby player.
He's ginormous, and he's a huge man.
He definitely gets scared a lot. So it's just a funny contrast because he's so big and he gets so scared. But hey, I don't blame him. I would be scared too.
Me too.
The places they go, whether you're a skeptic or not, no matter what you believe in, they're creepy. They feel creepy.
Yeah.
You know, that's generally how they usually become known as haunted places, because they're creepy.
And we get to learn about new places because they go to places in Australia.
Yeah.
So there are, a lot of places that we've never heard of and we've never really seen covered. So
well, and this
pretty
one,
cool.
I believe they said it was the Maitland jail, which I hear Maitland, I think of Florida.
Right.
So that's where they're going. I've never even heard of this place.
Me either.
But the video is called The Portal. It's investigating the portal to hell. So it's another claim, not his claim. He's just saying that's what he's going to look at is the claim. But we should enjoy this. We should definitely enjoy this. And it's going to be fun to finally watch something where we're not like, trying to like look at debunking it.
Yeah.
Because we're not really debunkers. I mean, we call it out when we see it, but this isn't going to be that kind of video because he doesn't do that. He's not there to fake stuff. But
he's honestly there just to actually see if something can be caught.
But there are the ghost grannies who he travels with.
Yes.
And I don't necessarily think that they fake stuff. I just think that they are kind of like
over embellishers.
Yeah, but they remind me a lot of Exploring with Josh. He seems I would love to hang out with him.
Yeah.
Josh, if you ever see this, I'm also from Massachusetts. Let's hang out. But he doesn't necessarily, it's not that he fakes, it's that he overreacts to everything.
This is where I believe this 100%. There's something called a Hawkwatchy. And they protect the forest, but they mask themselves as an orb. It was floating here. I seen it way down there, guys. Like, look at, show the trail. I was way down there where I seen the orb. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, dude, I think that's a guy. There's another guy here. The orb's out. It's a guy. I think it's a guy with like a lantern or a light. But then I noticed it wasn't a light because it wasn't shining a light bulb. And I noticed it was floating. And I thought about myself, thinking all of a sudden it was a flashlight or a lantern, it would have moved. But this was like an orb. It was floating, just floating in the sky.
Okay. Yeah.
Because he is a super believer. I'm not saying he does it insidiously or nefariously or anything, but it's because he believes so much. And I think that is also the case with these ghost grannies, is that they just believe. And one of them does claim to be a psychic. Whatever. I'm not getting into it today, but I just want to throw that out there so you know what you're getting into if you've never watched them before. So what do you say? Let's get into this one?
I say let's do it. I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are in the portal to hell and we're looking for ghouls. It's great to be back. It's been almost a year, but I tell you what, I'm not alone. I'm never alone in these events. I've got my great wife, the great Claire Butterfield, who Mr. Q. As always, we have the fantastic, the ghost grannies. And we are in one of the most haunted locations that perhaps we have ever been in. What are you laughing at? It's serious. This is a great episode. Stick around. We are back after a year because we had a baby. Well, she had a baby. Tell you what, it's fantastic to be back ghoul hunting and ghost hunting and to be back with the ghost grannies who have finally adopted the name Ghost Grannies. Congratulations, well done. We're at Maitland Jail, one of the most horrific places in Australia, one of the most haunted places in Australia. Where are we going tonight?
We are heading to our right. Each of the Lieutenant Governors that were here would come and live, and they had to be on site to look after the prison.
So why would it be haunted if it's just the living?
Well, you think about it. The prisoners in there.
Okay, so right off the bat, I know it's early, but I do want to point out that this is claimed by the ghost grannies that this is the most haunted place in Australia.
Yeah. We hear that a lot.
They're not throwing around the demon word or anything, but I do feel it necessary to point out that they are using the phrase that we've all heard so many times, most haunted place in, insert
most haunted,
whatever place.
Blah, blah, blah.
So we have seen a little bit of this. So apparently there are going to be ties to childlike ghosts. So if you're going to, if you're wondering like me the first time I watched it, why it seems a little weird, that's why. I have to point that out because now I know. But let's get back into it. But I just wanted to throw that out there for people, like, take it with a grain of salt. We hear that on everything. Yes. I mean everything.
The people that lived in these buildings. And if they had the opportunity to get out of their situation, they would have loved to get in here. And we actually have a portal in here where the jail and this building connect, and it is very active. But they come in here because they wanted this privilege, they wanted the nice food, and now in death, they've all come into here.
And there are a lot of stories from real people who have been here that have had some very paranormal experiences.
To me, this is the most haunted place in Australia.
To begin, we sat down with a volunteer who has spent a lot of time in this particular haunted place. What surprised me was some of the evidence that she had to show us. The evidence being this photo that she took with no one else in the room at all, walking in front of the stairs. And she also managed to capture what seems to be.
This is an interesting photo.
Yeah.
Because I'm used to seeing paranormal photos with like see-through ghosts or apparitions,
right?
And this doesn't really look like that. This looks like a kid is there.
Yeah, like some shorter person just walking across.
Is that the PC way of saying a child?
Looking towards the stairs.
It's a shorter person.
Well, I mean, maybe it's just a short adult. I
don't know.
Short.
It looks. You're not that short. All right. Yeah, okay.
Period clothing. Clothing that would only be worn by someone who walked this earth a couple of 100 years ago.
It's amazing, isn't it? I couldn't believe it. Everyone's saying to me, there's boots. You've got her boots in and everything.
That really is boots.
It is. And she's got like one of those aprons on that they used to wear to protect their clothes back in the day.
It almost looks like around the top she has that white sort of maid's almost outfit sort of thing. And it actually looks like
it looks like she's stopped trying to go.
Yeah, the second step, she's almost turning toward. That's incredible.
I've caught her mid-walk trying to look downstairs.
So tell me, what was going on when you took this photo?
It was the first night that we'd ever investigated here, and I was just cleaning up at the end, taking random pictures, and I was upstairs, and there were some people in the room upstairs, and I was just standing there randomly taking pictures, and we got called down here to the meeting room, and I couldn't believe it. I was looking at my photos.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Okay. What really creeps me out is on this mirror. I don't know if you can see that. It says die, but it actually says diet. And then help me. That means.
Help me diet.
We are down here now. Is there anyone here? Okay. I thought that was some sort of like object that you can see in like
it's an object.
the Vivitch or something. God, this is horrifying. Hello.
Hello.
G'day, mate.
G'day. I'm Isaac, comedian. I'm on tour right now. Come and see me live throughout Australia, America, and the UK.
America.
It's always time for a plug. Oh, God. Why do I think this is a good idea? I don't know if anyone's...
See what I mean? Like the contrast here. He barely fits through these doorways.
I know.
And he's like, oh, I'm so scared.
Yeah, but like anybody, believer or not, you go into somewhere super dark, super, you know, you've got that ominous feeling. You're by yourself. Like you're going to be creeped out. You're a human.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and if you're watching this and you don't really watch a lot of paranormal stuff and you don't know, like, he's in the dark.
Yeah.
It's, there's no light.
This is the IR.
Yeah, he's in an IR light.
Yeah.
At least I'm pretty sure that's what's happening here. Mm-hmm. So it's dark.
Yeah.
I don't care how big you are. Big people have feelings too. I'm just saying. I wouldn't know because I'm very short, but
you were not that short.
I'm very short.
No.
You're in denial?
No.
Showing you this. But that's not good at all. Someone's at a big night. What is going on in here? Oh.
Or Baumeister.
Yeah. Go back and listen to our Fox Hollow Farm
like
episode if you want to hear about mannequins.
Podcast. Yeah, you. I'm just gonna sit here. Hello.
Hello?
A majestic beard.
Can you make a tapping noise? Like that? Just two. Can I hear footsteps?
Yeah, I hear him.
I think I can hear footsteps.
For sure.
Maybe it's just my mind. These mannequins aren't helping. They're all around the room. Look at this one. Where is it? Look at that.
Sexy.
What a f***ing creature. Imagine if that moved. I'm Isaac. I come with absolute respect. I just want to say g'day. Say hello.
Good on you, mate.
I want to know if you're a part of the jail or you worked here or maybe you're just passing through. Something about this place, and the reason they call it the portal to hell, is literally prison guards and people who are entering the prison would go through that steel door upstairs, and they were in hell. For over 100 years, this place was a horrific place. Murder and torture and... Someone's just done a big above me, that's nice. I can see the pipes.
I want to point out that if somebody's using the bathroom and he hears footsteps, and I mean, I said this the last time we recorded, but I hear voices or what it sounds like voices or like humming, like, something. I hear something human, vocalization going on. But if the toilet flushes, there's people in the building.
Yeah. And so you always question it, but I mean, you can definitely hear it. So.
And I have to correct myself. I thought when they labeled this the portal to hell, I thought they meant in a paranormal way, but it's not. This was what they called the jail.
Portal to the prison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Which is hell.
I don't doubt that an Australian jail would be hell, especially from like back in the day.
Mm.
Now maybe this isn't the same as when we were in Maitland Jail the first time we were in Satan's cell. This is a literal portal to hell, where you walk in and you are a part of the vicious cycle that is prison life. And we must remember this is when people are getting hung and stabbed and all that.
So what we have is we have the tripwire on the...
What is that thing?
That's called a dead bell.
Oh, what do you mean a dead? How can anything called a dead bell be anything good?
It's another trigger object that spirit can use and make it ding ding.
So is it on a timer?
No.
Well, what's making it ding?
Spirit.
Isn't the dead bell also the name that they used when they would bury people back in the day? So that way, if they weren't actually dead, they could ring the bell from inside the coffin.
I think so.
I have to look this up now.
I think so.
Because
I don't know.
I think that's what they called that.
Well, and they referred to it as, a trigger object, which would be, something along the lines of maybe a music box or something like that. But I don't know.
A dead bell, also a death mort lich passing bell or skelet bell, was a form of handbell used in Scotland and northern England in conjunction in deaths and funerals until the 19th century. So this was, I guess, a bell that maybe they rung as somebody was passing away or after they passed away, like on their
a
funeral
or something. Yeah. Interesting.
I just wanted to look it up because I know I've heard that word, that term before.
Dead
now,
bell
bit
before. Yeah.
But, okay. Yeah, I just wanted to point that out.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Hello, thank you. Now, if you touch anything around here, it'll set off all of these little lights. These pretty little lights. But you're welcome to come into the circle and play with any of the toys. We've got some spinning tops. Look at that. Wow. That looks fun. What else? We've got some fire trucks. Very nice. There's a skeleton of a dog over here. That's always nice. Lots of toys over there. You haven't rung that bell in a while. Makes a fun noise. Okay, so it's just me down here now. Please report to Mr. Warrior Old Red before using implements. Interesting. This actually used to be a gym. There's a mirror. Thank you for pressing the little ball. Thank you. There's a mirror in front of me. Thank you for pressing the bell. How about this? How about you press the bell if you're a boy? What about a man? That's still going off.
Another item that I feel like has been debunked a lot are the cat balls.
Yeah.
That they go off super easy, sometimes on their own.
And there could be a slight breeze, like a little, and they'd go off.
Yeah, I mean they've been, but I mean I guess if you're not a full-time paranormal person, like you're just doing the thing.
Right.
It's not him.
Right.
I just want to point out that this is just one of the instances of things that I don't personally put a lot of faith into.
Agreed.
Okay, well, how about... Okay, thank you very much. That's a lot of... And that, again, that's creeping me out a little bit. Okay, let's try and use that bell. Can you press it twice if you were a part of the prison population here? Were you locked up here? Press it twice. What about... Press it twice. Twice. If you are a young person who like to play here. Can they be real quick ones, like boom, boom, ding, ding? Nice and quick. That's quick. Okay, what was your favourite toy to play with in here? Are any of these ones? Look, we got some dolls.
Hi, I'm and I'm your friend to the end. Heidi ho.
A bear.
I hate the bell. I don't like it.
Different things. Lots of things to play with.
I just don't like the noise of it. I think it would freak me out in the dark.
Skeleton dog in the fireplace, that's different.
Skeleton
so I'm going to turn
dog.
this around because this is a
We have a skeleton dog right back here.
If something touches that, that happens.
Ugh.
God, that bell is creepy.
Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying. It's got to be unnerving.
Come on, keeps going off. Why don't you touch this doll like this? Make some nice, bright lights. Let's do that, hey? See that doll right there?
Creepy
Thanks
doll.
to the bell. Can you make that doll light up?
I feel like every time they do these dolls, they make them look as horrific as possible.
Of course
They make them
do.
look like something from like Puppet Master or something. Like these dolls.
They're
Like,
so bad.
this is what I don't understand. Why do they need to be so creepy, right? If it's a trigger object for somebody from long ago to touch and use, their dolls didn't look like that. They weren't
so true.
spooky versions of their regular dolls.
So true.
So like this thing's got like I don't know if it's supposed to be blood or mascara or something like running down her face. That would have never been back then. So I don't understand why they do that.
I have no idea.
Stop doing that. It bothers me.
Stop.
Up. Thank you. Wow. Well done. Great work. What about the ball next to it?
Can you touch the balls?
Thank you.
Just touch the balls.
You like the doll? It's pretty fun. Look, I can touch it too. Woohoo!
I don't like
Can you do
that.
that one? Make it go up
It's
like
got to
that?
be as creepy as possible. That's what I'm saying.
You got to really grab it. You can do it.
God, I don't like dolls, man.
Nah, I'm kidding. That was me touching it.
Jerk.
I'll be honest. If I'm investigating a prison, the last thing you will hear me say is, "Can you touch the balls?"
Brother, what's that?
I just want to throw that out there.
Okay.
Not something I would say in prison.
Alright, so this is a sensory deprivation exercise. So the experiment we're going to be doing is we're putting you into a sensory deprivation state. We are removing your sight by putting blindfolds on you. We are putting headphones on you and you're going to be listening to white noise. Over here we have some cameras that are going to be monitoring what you're doing. Now your job is to let us know if anything is interacting with you in here. If you feel like you are being touched, please point to where you are feeling you're being touched. So you might feel something gently on your shoulder. Just do this. Because we have no sound on the cameras, we won't be able to hear. We're going to be watching you across in the other room and asking the spirits to do things to you. So we might ask them to stroke your hair. We might ask them to come and sit on your lap or find something interesting that they want to point out.
Again, if I'm investigating a prison and I feel something tap me on the shoulder, stroke my hair, and sit in my lap, I feel like I'm in for a very different experience.
Yeah.
Most places you would go to, a lot of people believe like you don't ask to be touched because it can create an attachment of some kind.
Bring
So
something home with you. Yeah.
this is very risky in my opinion because whether you're a believer or not, nobody really knows
Right.
how any of this works. And I think the last thing you'd want to do is bring something home with you,
No thanks.
especially from the prison. Just saying, I'm not trying to go there and
I don't want to
have anybody sit in my lap. It just seems weird.
I'm not going to give you too many things because I don't want to front load you with what we might be asking. But the most important thing is that you guys react to anything that is happening. If you feel that there's vibration in the room, if you feel like somebody's stomping around the room, do this. If you hear footsteps or you feel there's someone walking, do that. If you think you're hearing someone talking, do this sign. If you feel that somebody walked up behind you, just point behind you to let us know that you can feel the presence, or you feel there's someone that's walked up in your face. Just let us know in some way or other what is happening to you. One important thing, if you freak out and you can't stand this anymore, you need us to come and get you, this is your safety sign. Do that, we're just across in the other room, we'll come and get you. So now we're going to see if we can get some.
Who do you think's going to be having an experience first?
I'm gonna guess the soccer mom lady on the far right.
Okay. I'm going to go second one in from the left.
Okay. What are we betting on, though? You know what? I'll pick my prize later.
I don't know, but I do want to say before we start this again that the sensory deprivation or, Estes type sessions, I feel are a lot better evidence.
I do, but I think it really depends on the method in which they're doing it, because a lot of people will use like an SB7 spirit box and they will sweep the channels slowly.
Right.
And you can't do that because you pick up a lot of, you're picking up radio stations.
Right. So the faster you go, the more, radio waves go faster. Well, it's harder to hear anything in between.
It's less that you're picking up radio stations, and then at that point you're just picking up white noise that's cycling really quickly.
Right.
So if you were to hear a coherent word or phrase, it's over the span of many stations.
Mm-hmm.
Or white noise. White noise is the best possible scenario. You're getting rid of radio stations altogether.
Right. I think that's what she said they're using.
Yeah.
So
this is
in.
I'm very on the fence when it comes to Estes methods, only because it depends on how the person doing the experiment is running with the spirit
equipment
box
or whatever.
Yeah. Because I think it matters big time.
But I also think that the sensory deprivation part of it opens.
It makes you way more sensitive to everything else.
It opens you up to be able to be very conscious of what is happening and what you're feeling.
It's scientifically proven when you cut off your senses, your other senses become heightened. So
yeah, absolutely.
A small breeze rolling through the wind or the room will all of a sudden feel much more predominant than it normally would. Yeah, you wouldn't even probably notice it before, but now you're going to, because you can't see or hear.
Right.
It's how people who are born or end up with being blind and deaf and stuff, they can sense other things way better than the average person. But since we have a bet now, I know what I'm betting on.
Oh, behave. Yeah.
We're gonna go full screen. We're gonna see who wins this one.
Okay.
Specific to happen to them. So we've got Mike sitting there on his own. I'm going to ask the spirits to come up. Please walk in as well. Yeah, someone's there.
Is there someone next to Claire there? Next to the girl in the silver top? Can you touch Claire on her left shoulder?
Walk up behind her and just place your hand on her shoulder and just give it a bit of a squeeze. And then we'll know, she'll point to it and we'll know that there is someone there. That's Catherine. We've also got lights behind her as well. You can change some of the lights there if you want to.
What about on top of her head? Just pat her on the head. Or what about the big man in the middle? Can you pat him on the head?
She's got footsteps again, feeling like there's walking.
Walking in front.
In front.
she can hear you. She can feel you walking around.
Pull back on the chair.
I'll be honest, I like this more than I thought I was going to. And by the way, I saw your lady's hand go up first, okay?
I win. Yeah, but we were almost at the exact same time, which is really weird. I don't know.
I'm getting my
how
prize.
we picked that.
I'm getting my prize later no matter what.
Okay.
But I really like what they're doing here. This is like a variation that I've never seen anybody use the Estes method before, where it's not so much that they're focusing on white noise and what's being said. It's more of the feeling around you, and people are having feelings. I really like this.
I do too.
I've never seen anybody do this before.
I haven't either, and this is very, along with the sensory deprivation, you can feel things more. You can, feel somebody standing behind you because you can't see, you can't hear, and
I think
very interesting.
Another big take from this, though, is that they're saying, go here, touch this person. And it may not be the exact person, but it's the person next to them. Sometimes it is the person.
Right.
It's not like they're like, go over to the right, and then they end up on the person on the far left.
Right.
I think this is interesting. I really like this. I wish more people would do stuff like this.
I do too.
This is more telling.
She's not allowed to sit like that. Don't let her sit like that.
Get her to sit up straight.
Oh, silver lights go.
Yeah. So what's setting off those lights?
Each little one of those lights is an EMF detector. So they respond to an energy near the little node, and they can respond individually. So for that whole string to go off at one time, that means there's been some sort of energy burst through that whole room.
Okay.
Well, it's feeling upset. Feels like crying.
If the kitty's in here, you need to go and give her a hug. Don't make her feel sad. Go climb up into her lap and give her a hug.
Interesting. Can you talk into Claire's ear?
So do you think the longer people are in there, the more susceptible they become to what's happening around them, or the more
They become more settled, and I think they start to be more aware of the subtle changes around them. Because when you first go in, you're quite hyped up, and I mean, some of these guys have done this before, but Claire hasn't. So I'm just interested in watching her body language as she shuts herself down in protection mode, making herself smaller and smaller.
Can you touch Claire on the shoulder? On the left shoulder.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty close.
He said touch her on the left shoulder, and her left arm went up. She touched her head, but she still raised her left arm.
This is very interesting. I really, really like this.
I know we've never watched this video.
No.
This is one of the better recent paranormal videos I've seen.
Absolutely.
And
this is very cool.
Another thing that I'm really appreciating is that they said that all the rest of the people that are sitting there have done this before.
Yep.
But they're not focusing on them. They're asking the spirits to do everything to Claire. They're kind of like the control, and she's the experiment.
Yeah.
And it seems to be working. And I tend to believe this from Isaac only because if you've watched his other ghost hunting videos, I mean, he's got like 1.5 hour long videos where nothing happens except for them cracking jokes.
Right.
So I tend to believe him until I'm proven otherwise. This is really good. I like this.
This is so great.
I'm
so great.
I'm into it. I have to keep reminding myself that we are filming a video,
we
and
have to
I
keep
can't
saying things.
Well, I can't just keep letting it play because this is his video, and I don't want to take away from that and like try to replay his video. But I'm really enjoying this.
Me too. I am thoroughly enjoying this session.
Let's watch it.
Thank you.
Good work.
On the head. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Put both hands on her shoulders. She doesn't mind.
Now, Mel's going to do something with the chest. And you can see there's nothing in there.
No.
But they're hearing talking, they're hearing walking. If our friend is here that comes and talks to us quite often that used to work here at the jail, could you give us your sign to show us that you're here? If you touch one on the body, that is our sign. We would really appreciate it. There's 2 places. Did she just touch?
Is there a groper in town?
No, did you see the nail toucher nose?
No, I didn't. The nose toucher.
Yeah. No, there is a
Let's ask Mel when she comes out.
Yeah.
What a perfect way to end that, right? Like that
You
session.
would totally do something
Yeah,
like
I would
that.
definitely do that. I would try to freak you out for sure. That is possibly one of my favorite things I've ever seen investigators do.
Agreed.
And I think if you're if you're an investigator and you're watching this, I think you should try to implement this experiment into your investigation, because this
was amazing.
This was really cool.
And the lady on the far end, not
Yeah.
Claire, but on the other side, when she kind of pointed behind her, did you see the lights go
I
off
did.
immediately? As soon as she pointed, the two lights behind her went off.
Those are I believe they're like EMF lights.
Yeah.
They're very cool. I actually haven't seen too many people have a lot of success with them, so it's kind of interesting to see somebody have success with them. So
they remind me a lot of the laser grids that people use.
Yeah.
And where, it's very sectionalized when something happens.
Boy, that's not what I thought was coming out of your mouth.
Okay.
I'm just saying. There's not a whole lot more to this video, so let's check it out. I like that they have their baby with them too.
I know.
Which is weird, because I'm sure a lot of people would be like, you don't bring a baby to a paranormal investigation. But you know what? They're not really believers, so.
Well, and, you can't always get a babysitter, so.
Don't I know?
Well, let's see what they have to say.
Oh, and if you can't hear it on the TV or phone you're listening to, the audio does keep changing.
What did you feel in that, other than me grabbing you on the chinny chin chin?
The rustling of divorce papers.
You suckers got served.
Love ya.
You touched your head at one point.
I did. I felt something very, very light here.
Because I said touch Claire on the shoulder, and you went like that on your head almost at the exact same time.
Cool. But the thing that I reckon was definite was
That room looks
insane.
a lot different with the lights on.
Hearing and sort of feeling footsteps around here and behind.
Wow. Oh, he's doing it himself. Okay.
See, this is what I mean. He'll put his money where his mouth is. He's doing it alone.
Claire's revenge.
She's going to get him.
Big bearded fella there. He reckons he's really tough. He likes to pick on people. I think it's time for you to pick on him. And look at the shorts he's wearing. I'm sure you can see right up to what he's had for breakfast.
Yeah, it's getting close.
Get in there and have a dig around and see what you can find, boys.
Now this gentleman can't hear you and he can't see you, so you have to interact in a different way. Walk up nice and close behind him. Walk around him. Just give him permission. It's not for you to reach out and touch him. So feel free to do so. If you get nice and close, one of those lights will go off behind you. But he's a big, he's a big, scary man. And I know that there is someone in here who is bigger and scarier. So if you're there, show him who's top dog.
Was he talking?
Someone
wants to
Oh.
No, something's blowing in his face.
Yeah, that was the sign for like breath or something in your face.
Thank you. Step closer. Give him that feeling.
You've only got a small period of time because he's so scared of being there.
I can sneak in and get the phone out. You won't need it. Oh my goodness.
heard, I felt something blow air on me. That's what I felt.
Okay.
But that's it. Anything interesting?
So somebody blew on your face.
Somebody blew on my face, and it's very unprofessional. But no, I didn't really feel too much. It was a bit creepy. That was about it.
Yeah, you weren't in there for very long, so.
You weren't in there for long
I
enough.
cannot deal with being.
Everybody else was in there for way longer.
So much longer.
You know what? I think he got scared.
Aw.
He felt that like blowing in his face. The lights went off behind him. He doesn't know that yet. At the same time.
That's so crazy.
Very interesting. I really like this. Man.
Blindfold.
Go in there and close your eyes then.
No, I don't like closed my eyes.
Big baby.
I want to see what's going on.
We have a princess crown somewhere
Your
for you.
girlfriend was in there, your partner was in there for longer than you.
And look how that turned out. She was screaming.
Can you tell us your name? Or you can use the box that Renata's holding.
This is the perfect example of what I was talking about earlier.
Yep.
You hear how slow that's going?
Yeah.
I wouldn't count anything of that because of how slow it's going.
The sweeping needs to be so much faster.
It needs to be way faster.
Yeah.
So you're definitely going to hear stuff come through on that.
Mm-hmm.
Come and go.
Come and go. Did you just pass through here? Maybe you don't reside here. Bert.
This is, what did it say? This is...
The come and go is like a gas station.
This is shit.
And Bert might have been a name of somebody on the station.
The lights just went off downstairs. Oh, up here. That was me?
Did you turn the lights off downstairs? Slut?
That's their favourite word from you, Nicole.
We're having Christmas here right now.
Who turned the lights off?
It's so powerful.
Ah, you reckon it's up?
You think you're powerful? Well, turn the lights back on.
No, turn the lights back on.
Turn them on.
The lady that was here on the stairs.
Let me know if you want me to move from your space.
That's a nice shot.
That concludes the investigation here. It's a very creepy place.
I
Now,
don't doubt it.
Anne was just telling me about apparitions that you've seen here and have several people had seen. And Claire was downstairs for a lot of tonight with Addie. Addie was asleep. Our ghost hunting has changed since the little man was born, obviously. But you weren't...
We've got to keep him safe from the ghouls.
You gotta
but I
keep him
still
safe.
want to be involved.
You said you felt or you saw something downstairs.
I didn't feel a thing. Honest to God. So I was half asleep, I will say, and Addie and I were sort of like this, and I could hear you guys doing whatever you were doing. It sounded like a lot of fun.
Hooting and hollering.
Yes.
Hooting and hollering.
The light switch went off, which I thought was odd, but I thought, oh yeah, old building, or maybe I don't
Timer
know.
or something?
I thought maybe someone turned it off. Anyway, let my head back and was having a nice snuggle with Addie, and I still don't believe no one was down there, because if it wasn't, that's beyond. I saw the quickest shadow I've ever seen go into the room where all our bags were. So the door was open, like ajar, like that much, and I saw a shadow, like black, literally like it looked as if a real like a little person literally flew across the room.
Wow.
And I thought
She's so calm talking
so
about
I thought
this.
maybe it was one of the volunteers or something, or someone going in to get a snack or something. And I sort of went, nah, but I kept thinking about it, and no one came back out. So I was wide awake looking, and I kept looking there, and then a little white mouse, or it could have been a like a beetle or something, but it looked like a mouse, scooted out of the room really quick. And I went, that's a bit weird. Not so much the mouse, but I kept thinking about the shadow because it wasn't as if a person walked, like you'd see a shadow and it sort of just goes slow. It went zoom, like that, and it was real thin and dark. So were you guys setting me up with someone in there?
No. Because we were upstairs and we were doing the spirit box session.
She's
and
so
we saw
chill
the
about
lights
it.
go off, and I just went, the lights have gone
I feel like I'd be
Anyone
telling that
down
story
there?
way different.
Yeah.
So normally someone has to switch those lights off.
Yeah.
It's not on a timer.
Oh, yuck.
So someone would have to switch those lights off.
This is what we do this for.
No, I
Claire.
love
It's a good
it.
thing.
No, I know.
But it didn't happen to us.
I
It
know,
happened
right?
to Claire.
I don't understand that because I was literally just sitting there and honest, like, it was like that time you had that whisper. I was so not even, I was tired, I was enjoying myself, but I wasn't even in the zone of ghost hunting down there. I was just sitting back, relaxing. And then I looked after the light went off and I went, oh, that's weird. Just relaxed, didn't have my phone or anything. So sort of, I guess, just in the moment, just relaxing. And the shadow, honest to God, it was as if a little thing just flew past.
I tell you what, it's been a pleasure. It always is with the ghost grannies. They always go beyond belief.
amazing.
They're fantastic at what they do. You've got to come to one of these tours. They run them all the time here at Maitland Jail. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. And hey, if you see a little shadow go past you tonight, it might be me going to find...
yuck that happened.
Hang on.
Sorry. I can't get over it now.
Let the man do his outro.
Let me do the outro. Wait.
Well, I think I've seen an actual ghost.
Just-
It may just bypass it.
Just breathe, sister. I was just going to say something about sniffing your undies. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Bye.
That's some good stuff.
That was really
I
good.
enjoyed that.
That was so good.
Again, like, I keep forgetting, like, I'm filming a video
I
about
know.
this, and I just can't stop watching it because it's so good. So regardless of how you feel about him personally and his regular content, if you don't like it, that's fine. Go check out his ghost hunting content, though, because it's really good.
It's all really, really
and
good.
if they don't always catch anything,
Yeah.
but it's always funny.
Which I assume is how almost all ghost hunts would be until you get like the random one where you do catch stuff, but it's not going to be a lot because ghosts aren't actors and they don't go on command.
I want to clarify what you just said, right? Because I'm guilty of saying the same thing, where we say you won't catch a lot, and I think because we have seen the standard become these Twin Paranormal and Overnight and all these guys who tend to embellish or straight up fake stuff, that you're going to have this wild and crazy night, and you don't. But maybe we're thinking about this wrong. The fact that she saw something that is wild and crazy, because you hardly ever see anything.
I know.
So that is an active night, and they were touched and they communicate, there was communication. So to me, that is a very active night because they're not faking it.
No, I agree.
But it's something we're all guilty of because it's just the easy thing that, you're not going to have a wild, an overactive night because
I
we're
meant
so
more
used.
like the
No, I know.
over the top
I'm
stuff,
just clarifying. I'm just clarifying, dear.
Okay, dear.
Just clarifying. Marriage. But this was fun. I'm glad we did this one. I'm glad we got to watch it for the first time with you guys.
Absolutely.
Again, check him out. If you're going to watch this, at least go leave a like on his video and check out the other ones. They're good.
Leave a like and a
comment.
all the stuff on ours too.
On this one. Share it and tell your friend. Tell your mama. What's up, mama?
Yeah, and then tell your mom to tell her friends too.
I like mom's friends too. But this is where we're going to take off from here, I suppose. I've got a lot of editing ahead of me.
Well, thanks for joining us, everybody.
I guess we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Deuces.